Alright, here's my review of the Haunted Hoochie. Obviously, with the bike being down, I needed to try some alternative footage to fill it in. We say the weekend was fantastic. As usual, the Haunted Hoochie lived up to their expectation and blew me away. They did an amazing job at separating crowds. We got stuck with a larger group, which kind of sucked, but with a crowd being as big as the one they had the night we went, which was the Friday before Halloween, is understandable. We went early and it was already packed. They did an amazing job overall throughout both haunted houses. Obviously, the first one being their main one. I go a lot, so it wasn't really scary to me. However, compared to all the other ones we went to, blew them out of the water. Their scenes were fantastic. They had specifically set up stages, to help alleviate groups getting close together by stopping them and putting on like a little mini show. And it added a new level of involvement and creativity and gore and overall just badassedness. I would definitely recommend this place to anyone that likes your more serious and extreme haunted houses, especially if you don't mind being touched. It's not like they're gang banging you or anything, but they'll mess with you, they'll cuss at you, and it is fantastic. It is by far the best haunted house I've ever been to, and it's only an hour and 40-minute drive for us, so it wasn't too bad of a drive really. Price was fair. I didn't eat any of the food, however, it smelled fantastic. I did buy a long sleeve t-shirt. I got a short sleeve shirt last year. Overall, I would definitely recommend checking them out. Also, the day before we went to the Hoochie, we went to Odd Bodies in Dayton. Saw 5 or 6 bands, most of which were local, well, not necessarily local, but regional bands from Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio bands, etc. All of them blew me away. They were fantastic. It was a great night. Ended with Misery Index and The Black Dahlia Murder, which been a fan of them for quite a while, so it was awesome to finally get to see them. I'll put some of the footage in of that too. Of course, I'll have to take out the sound because YouTube has the copyright strikes, but whatever, you'll get to see a little bit of it. After this, I'll talk a little bit about what's going on with the bike and what direction I'm heading with that. Uh, Bike's obviously still down. Going to end up taking it to Clinton County Motorsports on the 17th. Basically, I got the header cover off and started taking the headers off to get the broken spark plug out, and found out that thread is messed up, and then the thread for the spark plug right here is messed up. So I have to send a chaser through. Don't want any debris getting down in there, is why I was taking the headers off. However, the throttle body is connected to the headers, and it's all spring loaded, and I don't have the proper tools to deal with that. I don't want to be shooting springs across the garage and lose them, so Clinton County Motorsports is going to do that and reassemble the engine for me. I'm not going to have them completely redo the assembly though, because I'm going to rewire my top and bottom LEDs on both sides, including the ones that go right here under the gas tank. Then for my GPS mount right here, I'm going to rewire the charging cable with a thicker gauge wire, because when I rode down the Destin, that one that I had previously was a thinner wire, and it got to the point where the AC to DC adapter part, the little square part on the wire, was actually malfunctioning, and that kept saying that device not recognized, couldn't charge item, etc. So I got a thicker gauge wire that's a little tougher. I'm going to get a big air kit. I got it delivered the other day. Pretty much what it will do is right here, it will get rid of the air box. It will get rid of this mount and reposition these coils up here. Same with the coils that are behind this cover over here. It will give the side of the engine that nice clean look where there's no crap in front of it. Plus the big air kit's supposed to give an additional 15% horsepower and 10% torque. That coupled with the Cobra Pro Tuner that I have on here, the bike should be running pretty damn good once it's back together. Obviously it's been like 3 weeks, so I'm going freaking nuts. Other than that, everything is it's going good. I repolished everything up, put my solo fender back on, ready for some cold weather riding, as long as we don't get any ice. Hopefully it doesn't take them more than a couple days to get this bad boy back up and going for me.